Yeah. Hi, this is Shireen Nalley. I have a business for those who have a car, and your car, it does have to be insured. Um, you have to have a good driving record. You can't have been a pedophilia or a rapist. You do have to sign that, or you incur all liabilities. And you do have to sign it. So. If you are a good driver and you're not a pedophilia or a rapist, meaning you haven't raped children, and I don't have a forgiveness plan because we are dealing with people. So you can apply at 5309 Basswood Lane in Austin, Texas. You can go here, or you could call me 254-217-5309. Now, if you're McDaniel, please don't apply because I don't hire none of the McDaniels. I had bad things happen with them, and no matter you can pray, fast, and everything like that, and they still gonna do the same thing. So, I'm not working with a bunch of people where they've had a second chance and they still fail. They've lied. So do not apply. Do not apply for my nonprofit, my Facebook, or anything like that. Okay. So the nonprofit, you do have to have, do apply through the government. You have to have a 4-year education, and then they'll give you a grant, and the grant pays you to go ahead and work for me. You cannot be a pedophiler. You cannot be when you raped children, you cannot do that, and you cannot have been a rapist. I do not do give a forgiveness plan, and if it's been expunged, I do not deal with that. We're dealing with people who have been raped. The government, they do not run my business. So you cannot get the FBI and think, just like my last business where I paid over $80 million, and then you think you can go ahead and get Carrie Underwood because she still had to pay $80 million for harming my business. I do not play. I'm a civil attorney, and even if an FBI agent try to vouch for you, I will sue you for everything you got. I sued Carrie Underwood. I'm not nothing to play with. I do not want her stuff in my, in my business, which my grandma had Dorsley business. And then the shape of Walmart was a part of, some horrible things that I had went through, and we had copyrights. Sam Walton is not the owner. I deal with sick people. I deal with crazy people. I just dealt with a crazy for a person who was acting crazy, and I was gonna give her a trespass order. I deal with crazy folks. I do. I deal with obese, anorexia, and bulimia. They are crazy, but some of them may not be crazy. You know what I'm saying? They may have had somebody to put them in that situation. I have doctors, and I don't take people like what is this, Kenyatta. He had forced himself on me, and he just wanted my relative, who's Michael Jackson's, his money. So he's gonna go ahead and try to harm me so that he can get his money, and he did get his money, and it was like in the millions of dollars. So I don't take this lightly. I don't act religious about it. So if you are a part of the Jones, I ask you that you do not apply because of that, and millions of dollars was lost. We do not deal with you, okay, because of the Michael Jackson thing and the inheritance, and because you trying to act insane. He come up to me, and it was a conflict of interest, meaning you just wanted his money, and then you thought acting religious was enough. Well, it's not. It's not. So, so don't apply. And if you do apply, I will go ahead and send you a bill for liabilities. You're not to apply, none of your family, and I will hold you liable because we did lose a lot of money. Okay? So you've already been warned, and you've got your trespass warning as well as the McDaniels. Other than that, other people, the number is 254-217-3880. The Cardi B, she's not to apply. And if you see her or Beyonce, do realize that they are foxes. I don't associate with that. I mean, those, not unless my family had gotten a restraining order on them, which sometimes unbeknownst to me, they have because they were a danger to themselves and others, and or they might have been threatening toward me. You just can't go up to our children and says, "Oh yeah, I want to go ahead and be famous. Well, we'll have our shooters come out and shoot you to death. You don't go up to our children and tell them that you want to be famous or get a hold of you, because we'll come up to you and we'll shoot you to death. You don't come to our children are famous, and that's not how you do it. If you don't know how to do an audition, then don't apply. Because if we ever hear that, we will apprehend you and you won't make it to the jail. Okay. Our children does not do that, and if you do not know how to go to an audition, then we will consider it a threat, and again, you will not make it to the jail. You're not to come to our children. They are not accessible to you. We don't care if you're homosexual. We don't care about the TDJ story of, oh yeah, he was a Christian. We don't care. You are to be shot. Homosexuals are nasty, and they are. They do things to their own children as well as their own life. It's better that you're 6 feet under. There are other testimonies or praise reports where people have been saved in a safe way. It's better that a man deals with you just in case you need to be shot, okay? It's not who you are, it's who the children are, and they're somebody else's child, and you're not to come over around them, or FBI agents will be called out and you will be shot to death. We don't care who you are. Okay, don't come around our children. So that's your trespass warning and your warning. Do not go around them talking about you're famous and to get a hold of your mother. Because if we are informed, you will be shot to death. Okay, we're the Jacksons. We're not nothing to play with. We do not want something crazy like you around our children. There's no fame that's not important, and you are not that important. Okay, so do not become delusional about what you're talking about. All right. So back to the positions. Go ahead and apply there. There are positions of nonprofit. I do the hiring. There's no sergeant or anything like that that can go ahead or JAG, so that can change it. Even if you get JAG out, I have higher ups too, and I know people in the veterans. My dad retired, so if you did do any raping, that's too bad. Don't apply because you can use JAG or you want to. I'm a civil attorney, and you're still not gonna do it. I'll garnish against you, and so just don't apply because it will be rejected. Other than that, 254-217-3880. Do give me a call if you are qualified. I would love to hear from you. If it is a nonprofit organization, remember you apply through the grant and everything. If you have to have a 4-year education and above. Other than that, for the driving, you just have to have a driver's license, a good record, and not be a pedophilia or a rapist because we do deal with people. So, okay. So if you want an opportunity, I would love to work for have you work for us. For me, and then later on in life, as the money continues to come to me, then I will be looking for somebody who is can like a secretary. So it will be minimum wage. So if you haven't gotten that secretary, that will be good because possibly 6 months from now, like maybe around June, we will be hiring. That's if sales are up, and that's on an if basis. If sales are up and we can afford it, then we'll be doing that, even if it's on temporary and everything like that. So it's good to get some experience, may get you out there, answering phones and everything like that. And then if their secretariat is slow and sales are slow, then we'll get you out there driving if you have a car. Other than that, it'll just be a temporary position until sales are up again. So that's just something it's on an if basis. If sales are up, and yeah, the money does come to me, so do not listen to nobody else, because you have Bill Gates and other people that act crazy. I start using computers and they just want to pay whoever they want to pay. It does not work that way. Okay, I have my own business, and I don't mind selling computers to people, but you have to pay. Okay, you don't ask, can you just have things? Facebook, again, you have to pay. Our agents will be sent out. Being it is not Bill Gates. Okay, it started um on Wix, and it's Wix, and I sell websites all the time. If I see that people have a problem, then I'll start that. The salsa, again, you can't put it on YouTube. You can't just pay who you want to and think that you can pay Wendy, and that's okay. Because I will call out an FBI against Wendy. She does not work for me. You have to go ahead and send it to 5309 Basswood Lane, Lane, Austin, Austin, Texas 78723. And you can even make payments, but they cannot be like 100 and less. They have to be large payments because some of you do drugs, refund everything, and you can spend that money to go ahead and give me my money. Other than that, you can go to a federal prison. All right, well, look forward to your calls. Bye now.